let you learn from each other, be mentored by others, and that's what we're all about there. The third thing was to make sure every kid has a healthy start in life. With all the wealth this country has, with all the money we have, how can it be that we have millions of children who don't have health care? This is unacceptable, and we need to fix it. And I hope President Obama makes this a high priority of his administration. Fourth, kids need to be educated for the jobs that are going to be there in the 21st century. And so we need a quality educational system. We need to make sure that our kids are information technology literate, and you guys really are, I know this. And the fifth thing in America's promise was teach young people early in life to serve others, to give back, to perhaps spend an hour or two at a home where old folks are, like I will be shortly, to help tutor younger kids, but to do something early in life that shows you the value of serving others and touches your heart in a way that you will continue that into the rest of your life. And so that's why we founded America's Promise, and for the last 11 years, the Alliance has expanded and more people are involved. We had 1,500 Boys and Girls Clubs when we started it in 1997. There are now 4,500 Boys and Girls Clubs in America, so we've been able to help the Boys and Girls Club movement grow, and we're going to continue to work on it. And now my wife is focusing on high school dropout problem. Not a problem for anybody here, but there are millions of our youngsters who are not finishing high school. We got to do something about that, or else we're losing this human talent that we have, and we can't afford to lose this human talent in a world where every country is investing in education and every country is bringing their kids along in the way that I just described. That's why I founded it at the request of the living presidents, and because I thought there was a real need for it, and there still is a need for it. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, dear. Yes, sir.
Hello, General Powell. My name is Jace Beeler, and I'm from Grand Forks, North Dakota. I will be the last question today. I was wondering, there are many different definitions of leadership, and many different people say a lot of different traits and classify them in different orders. And I was wondering what you think are the traits of a good leader.
A sense of vision, a sense of purpose, integrity, moral courage, physical courage, a love of people. Doesn't mean that you coddle people. I've had to fire people, I've had to do things, I've had to send people into battle, I've had to fight enemies. But you have to have an empathy with people. And leadership is above everything else that you hear talked about. The need to and the ability to inspire people in the way you want them inspired. I want to get something done. There are 7,000 people in this room. How do I make sure that what I want to get done, or the mission I have, I can communicate to every single person in this room so that they want to do it too? And it's not just me shouting at a group, but I've got a group that wants to work with me and wants to do what I want to do. Leadership is the ability to touch human beings in a way that you can persuade them of the rightness of your cause and get them all to join you in that cause. And leadership is all about the ability to recognize them and to give them credit when they have done this for you, but also to discipline the group so that those who are not good followers are identified and dealt with. Good followers know who the not so good followers are, and they're waiting for a leader to do something about it. So leadership is both compassion and empathy, but also toughness and discipline to make sure you're moving in the right direction to get everybody with you. Another way of looking at it, two other ways of looking at it, and I'll stop. One, there's no single style of leadership. You hear about X leadership and Y leadership and alpha leadership and omega leadership. I have always found that leadership is very situational. It depends on the people I'm leading at that time. I had two commanders working for me, and this happened when I was a brigade commander in the 101st Airborne Division. I had two battalion commanders. One guy, I could say to him, Art, take that hill. Right, sir. Away they go. I would say to the other guy, Greg, take that hill. What time? When? What support are you going to give me? You got any other guidance for me? Who else is going to be with me? Take that hill! And he'd ask all these questions. At the end of the operation, both guys had succeeded. They'd done what I wanted. Now, which was the better commander? Well, maybe the guy who just charged off should have asked some questions. And maybe the guy who asked all the questions shouldn't have asked as many questions. My job as a leader was to draw out the best from each of them. And the guy who didn't ask the questions, maybe I should have said, wait a minute, you didn't ask about this. The guy who was asking questions, that's enough, go do it. And so the role of a leader is to understand the followers. And how do you put them in the best position to build on their strengths and take advantage of their strengths, but to compensate for the weaknesses. I sometimes am a shouter. I won't do it here today, but if I wanted to chew you out, I have not forgotten how. But I prefer not to do that. I prefer to have you join with me and not shout you into it. But if necessary, I can do that. Another way of defining it, and I'll end on this, management is the science simulators or fewer simulators. They kept winning. And we studied it analytically, scientifically, to see what the difference was. And the answer came up, it was the battalion commander. No matter what you did to him, he was able to tell his troops, I don't care what they give us, we're going to win. And here's how we're going to do it. And his troops, yes, yes, yes. And he was able to inspire and motivate his troops that we couldn't hold them back. There was no way to run a control test. So leadership is getting more out of an organization, more out of a group of people than the science of management says you can do. All of you in this room are going to be leaders in one way or another. Just remember that leadership is about followership. Leadership is not about you. It's not about you getting a promotion. It's not about you getting more money. It's about getting a group of human beings to do what needs to be done because it is the right thing to do and it is a valuable thing that needs to be done. And you as a leader, whether it's in class or in the military or in business or anywhere else, your job is to take this human talent that's been entrusted to your care and mold it into an organization that accomplishes great things. I'll close by saying, enjoy the next couple of days. Gosh, it's going to be exciting. I hope I don't cry for the whole inauguration ceremony, but it's probable. And I wish you all the best in your lives. Just keep believing in yourselves, keep believing in America or your country. Thank you.